All right, everybody, once you have your tiles built up, carved in, added some texture, smoothed it all out, looks pretty good. It's still leather hard, so it has moisture in it. It's still a darker gray. That is important. You want to keep both of your tiles at the same state so that they are still leather hard and they can be attached with sides. If they start getting kind of dry, a lighter gray, you're gonna take some damp paper towels, wet them, squeeze them out, wrap them around your tile and put them in a plastic bag for a day and night. And the clay will suck up the moisture and hopefully get back into this leather hard stage. To add your sides, you're gonna flip over your tiles. Sometimes, because we don't wanna smush our designs, if we take a towel, let's see if I've got one here. You can take a towel, kind of fold it up so that you have a little bit of a cushion. You know, I want to score the back of my area, so I'm going to put it on the towel so that my design doesn't break. And you can see I've started scoring already. I'm going to put my slab around here. I'm actually going to leave this part open, so I might smooth this part out and be really gentle. Maybe I'll take some water to it. Be really gentle because you do not want to break your tile. If you break your tile, you have to start all over again, and that's never good. Use a fork to score, kind of support your tile. And mine's getting kind of dry, so I've got to get these sides on. And you're going to score all the way around where you're going to add the slab. Now notice I don't go up onto the handle of my suitcase. You don't have to go and put your slab all the way around all your little parts. Like if you have a sun, you could put the slab just around kind of that middle part. You don't have to go around all the little rays. And you're going to score both areas, or both slabs. So now that I have that one scored, I'm going to come in and I'm going to score this one. Don't forget your slip. That's like the glue. And score those up really, really well. Okay. Now I have a slab here. You can see I rolled out a slab. I'm going to make my walls 2 sticks wide. So I'm going to hold the sticks down as I use a little clay knife to cut. And I might need some of this clay later, so I'm going to put that to the side. Here's my side. Okay. You do need to score along the edge of your slab. Right, here it is. And I'm going to use, there's these little spinning wheels and a board. I'm going to use these. I'll put this one here. I'm going to come from, I want my slab, hopefully you can see okay. I want these to start right about here, and I'm going to walk my slab around the edge of my tile. So if it gets up here, I'll just cut this little part off because I want to have this part open. Now, a really important step when you're adding your sides is to take some clay and roll out really small, thin little worms. And with your hand on the outside, you slowly push that worm, this one didn't spin very well, into the inside and blend that. And that's going to really hold the 2 pieces of clay together. So I'm going to work all the way around, making the little snakes, putting them along the seam and blending them. Now notice my hand's on the outside. I would do the same on the outside as well. If you can see right along here, you want to fill in that gap, so you can either pull a little bit of your clay down or take a worm and really fill that in so you have a nice smooth edge. You don't want these to pull apart when they're drying. So we're gonna attach the sides, put them all together, and then we'll let them sit in your locker for a few days without a bag once we're all done, so they can dry out a little slower. So make sure your seam is closed and has nice support. That will keep it from pulling apart. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna score the top area. And remember, this was my tile that I scored before, and I'm going to start coming around. Now I have an opening on the top so I can get my hand in there. It's gonna be kind of like a little suitcase. And so I can push the sides out a little bit so they line up with my suitcase. So I kind of like having an opening where I can fit my hand, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And again, I would put some clay along this outside edge here. If I could, I would also put some clay along the inside there, and I'd seal, kind of blend these edges together, blend these edges, clean it all up, make it nice and neat. And then I can kind of do my final touches on the sides. You can add things to the sides of your box. You can carve in. Ha-ha! But there she be. Stands up and all.